What's up, guys? Welcome back to Cheyenne Other Things. It's Cheyenne. I hope you all had a good week this week. I'm going to do something that's a little controversial, but I think it's highly needed. It's going to be Nike versus Adidas. Let's go. About 6 months ago, I got both of these for 95 bucks. Your Nike and your Adidas for $95. I think I had a $10 off coupon that helped cover shipping, and then it was like buy one, get one half off. These Adidas were originally 65 bucks. Nikes doesn't have a price tag, but I know it was similar price to the Adidas. I was really looking to get a black pair of shoes and a white pair of shoes that were both pretty similar, just to wear with simple stuff. You know, get the classic basics. So we got a white Nike, and I hope you can see some of the netting. Ooh, it looks a little dirty up there. Some of the netting, and then we got the Adidas in black, also netted. If you can see that, yeah, you can see that. So now that I've worn both of these, and I think I have a good idea of how both of them fit, how long both of them are gonna last, I want to do a real quick recap with you guys. Initially, I'll tell you, I am a Nike fan. I have Nikes, like at least 10 pairs of Nikes, all day, every day Nike person, okay? My first pair of shoes that I ever picked in my life that were like a commercial shoe were a pair of red Air Force One's high top Nikes with a red check. So this is my first time really diving into Adidas with like just a plain regular running shoe. They weren't bad. So with these white Nikes, what I will tell you is that they are great to reuse. You can throw them in the wash. They stay pretty white. I think I've washed these maybe once or twice now. I like to just bleach them and, you know, reuse them. Let them dry out. Stick this whole thing right back inside to help keep its shape. And the laces have stayed pretty fucking white every time I washed it as well. But what I'll tell you is that I don't think Nike, these pair of Nikes, the netted Nikes, their official name is Women's Nike Tanjun, whatever the fuck that says. 9 and a 9.5, which is true to size, absolutely true to size. I don't know if they're gonna last as long as I want them to. I just don't know. I think the fact that I've needed to rewash them because they're white has broken them down a little bit, but they've stayed pretty durable. It's the foam bottom. It feels heavy, it feels durable, but it's really started to get like this creasing in it. Let's see if you can get it in the light. Let me show y'all. Nope. Oh, yes. There it is. Bam, 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 bam. And I am not into that. That's something that bothers me when I get a sneaker. True to size, Nikes as always. I have a really high arch. They're really great at having like already a really good sole, like a good sole for people with high arches. I have no idea about people with low arches, but that's part of why I like Nike, is because they got the arch going in there for you already. Don't have to put nothing in it. It's pretty durable with thin socks, thick socks. It works, okay? Now, the Adidas. Initially, I did not think I was going to ever buy another pair of Adidas again. Yes, it's that serious. But I wore them a couple times and did my own fixing to them. And now I really love this shoe. I think a little more than the white Nike, which is so surprising to me. So initially I thought, the sole feels really kind of plasticky and cheap, but honestly it's lasted really well. Let me see if I can get that up close again for you guys. It's lasted really well. Has a little bit of a crease right here that started to go on, but it's not bad. And I think I've actually worn these more than the white Nikes, and it still looks good. When I first bought these, the inside step felt really, really, really flat. really flat, and the shoe in general felt really wide. And I think it's because the netting on these shoes are not as thick as the white Nike netting. So there was a lot of space, and I felt like I had to tie my laces so much tighter, which looks so dorky. Nobody wants to tie their laces like super tight, right? Okay. But I stuck in an insert, and this has been great ever since. I think the insert made up for the arch. It made up for the spacing. I don't have to tie them as tight as I was tying before. I think this, how do I explain this? This netting here is a little bit softer. It's a little bit more flexible. It doesn't hold its shape as well, but because of that, there's something going on where I feel like this netting, I'm not quite sure why, is gonna last longer than the Nike netting. And that blows my mind. And I'm sorry, I got dog hair all over my shoes. You can tell I obviously take my dog out on walks in these, and it's starting to show. But, love these shoes. And to my surprise, I would rather rebuy these than the white Nikes any day. Now, these are called Light Racers Women's in a 9.5. Again, feel like they were true to the size lengthwise, not so much widthwise, but it's solvable with an insert. So the one shoe that I think tops both of these, that I actually got for even cheaper than both of these, women's Nike Court Royales. And I got these bad boys at Dillard's. They were on the clearance rack. Originally they were $55. They were on clearance for $27.50. Plus, they were having a sale where it's an additional 40% off. That's why I love Dillard's. You get some quality shit for really cheap. So I paid like maybe $15 for these Nikes. And I prefer these Nikes. Absolutely prefer them. They're somewhat similar. They have a really lightweight, kind of little bit of a netting. Oh, I got something black on them. What is that? They have a really similar netting material to them, if you can kind of see it. But these, it's thicker, and there's like, underneath this design, this material here is so cushiony, so comfortable, so flexible, and it runs, like, the pattern runs straight into the toe right here, this tongue, and then back in this part of the shoe where this design is. So comfortable. This part as well is extremely stretchy and very comfortable, but not too much. Like, I feel like this shoe is going to last way longer than both of those other shoes that I just showed you. Way longer. Also, the bottoms, pretty flexible, comfortable, not too much, but a lot of comfort. The sole is much stronger, more flexible and much stronger. Like, I am so happy I bought these shoes, and I almost didn't buy these shoes, but there is something about these shoes. This here too, whatever they're doing with this like lacing side motion thing, this is good for people with wide feet, narrow feet, whatever kind of feet it may be. This is going to be good for you, and the style isn't bad. This like gray goes with black, white, jeans, whatever you need. I'll tell you too, the other thing I was kind of impressed with these shoes is they're a size 10. And what do I tell you guys all the time about a size 10? That I only buy it if it's on sale. Yeah, and these ones were just perfect on sale, you know, like good sizing. I was really surprised. Lengthwise, they don't feel like a 10. They actually feel like they might be a 9.5, but they're a 10, and that's awesome for me. I had bought another pair of Nikes again that were on sale that were turquoise, and I wanted to buy them for running shoes, but they were a size 10, and I did it. I bought them, and the more and more I just wore them, I realized I shouldn't have bought them probably. They were just a little bit too big as a 10. I couldn't really run in them. I could kind of walk in them, but that was about it, and the purpose of buying them was to run in them. So these as a size 10, them being like perfect size, perfect weight, perfect textures, perfect instep. Oh yeah, and the instep on this has like a nice bounce back, which is what I like. Never ever will need to put an insert in here. You can see that I've used them a lot. They're perfect for the high arch. These are actually what I recommend over both of those. But if I had to choose between that white Nike and the black Adidas, I would pick the Adidas. And that sounds so crazy to me, but I would pick the Adidas, guys. Yep. And I will be back again soon.